You are citizens of Zambia, and you can be anything in the public sector. You can be anything in the private sector. And as true citizens of the country, we're proud that you accepted the nominations to serve in these roles. For you, General, you've been on the Electoral Commission for many years. So there's nothing new there. It's an elevation within the Commission. And for Zevianji, this is a clear demonstration of your commitment to duty, to your country. I've known you for a long time, and I couldn't think of anyone else to join the Commission, to join others. Young as you are, and I think it is an encouragement to the young people in this country that the roles are open to all citizens. And here's an example with Mr. Sinkala here, and I think you stand as an example to other young people. So, back to business issues. Electoral Commission is a very important organ in our country. Democracy is anchored on choices, people's choices. Democracy, if you like, the apex of it is elections. Conduct, yes. Processes, yes. Freedoms, yes. All of those things. But for citizens to have the opportunity to run the country, to serve the country, as we're doing, by and large, the core cadre of people that serve the country in our constitutional democracy is through elections, managed by the Electoral Commission of Zambia and the components that the Electoral Commission assembles, those that don't work for the Commission directly, assembles. But ultimately, it is the Electoral Commission. And it's an election year. We expect this year peaceful elections, free, fair, credible, peaceful elections. I was in Nairobi a few days ago, and Kenya has elections next year. But the friction is huge there. And the Kenyans were saying, how come in Zambia things are calm? Because there it is hot. The calmness comes because this government, for the people of Zambia, want to ensure that elections are not a context for bloodletting. Elections are not a competition to see who injures more people, as it used to be. Who is sharpening pangas? Who is attacking who? Law and order is the right environment within a democratic dispensation. And so we expect that you, under the leadership of the chair and the management, Chief Electoral Officer, you will work with the government for the people of Zambia to deliver free, fair, credible, peaceful elections.
It's crucial.
I can imagine if we had continued the environment of elections towards 2021, what this country would have been today. I'm sure, Vice President, you agree, would have not attracted $12 billion of investment in the mining sector. Zambians must remember that.
That's definitely a big point to consider. I think having a stable and peaceful environment can really attract investment, especially in sectors like mining.
There would have never been first debt restructuring. Never. And today would have been paying $2.3 billion in debt service without debt restructuring. Violence, if it obtained, that's why for me, despite what happened to many people, including our members, some lost their lives, my duty was to call for peace, security, stability, and no violence in the markets and public places. I knew if we continued with that environment, no debt restructuring. And so we would have been paying $2.3 billion of debt service per year. We needed that money. Economy was going down. Now we're paying around $900 million, a differential of $1.4 billion. Many Zambians don't comprehend this data. This is very important. I'm connecting this to violence, law and order, stability, no stone throwing, no pangas. It's an environment which is an absolute necessity. And then, with debt restructuring, we can release resources. We have been able to release resources to take back to school 2.5 million children. Where I sit, where I stand, it's that simple. And Zambians need to follow this story. Now we have kids back in school. We wouldn't have had money to fund 40 million kwacha per constituency per year in CDF. We wouldn't take that girl vulnerable girl at boarding school, government pays now. Exam fees, government pays. This is the connection to having a stable environment, an electoral process that's peaceful. It's a connection to development, to economic development and social support. Serious connection. We wouldn't be training kids in skills. We wouldn't have been able to enhance social cash transfer, cash for work. We wouldn't have employed 45,000 teachers. Never done before in a short period of time, 4.5 years. We wouldn't have employed the numbers we employed in the medical staff, medical sphere, health services. We wouldn't have restored the mining sector. Very simple. No, KCM would still have been in liquidation today. Mopani would still have been in comatose today. 28 Shaft would have never done what we've done to revive Sewaring, our hometown, your hometown of Rwanda. Never. Now, Abena Rwanda call it a new Rwanda. That would have never happened. Please, citizens, happening in Kalengwa now, in Mufumbwe, wouldn't have been happening. Close to your home area, near to your home area. Wouldn't have been able to do that. This is the story, Vice President. And sometimes Zambians don't like the good stories. They like just the noise and the bad stories. If you ask the question, Vice President, when did you ever see on television a panga being sharpened in Cairo Road? When? Even businesses for pangas has gone down. Shops are not carrying pangas anymore because we farmers need only a few. Peace, stability, even during the election environment. Noise is not what we should follow. Osatenga chusi masiya muliro. Suza pika chakudya chavana. Suza ika soti. For me, and I'm sure many colleagues, many Zambians, the story of this country is a great story. And we're now turning around the country in all respects. Yesterday, the Bank of Zambia announced a reduction in the monetary policy rate, wholesale interest rate, if you want to call it that, which should help us to see the interest rates continue to come down. Without the war in Iran, Vice President, in the Middle East, who would have been sitting pretty on all the variables. But we can't control the war. We're just praying that Bishop Kabeshamulio can pray harder so the war can come to an end. We're going to stabilize fuel prices. All these things are related. That's the message I chose to give today to the people of Zambia. Private sector jobs are coming through now, more than ever before. Just to look at the jobs in the digital space, young people working for themselves in financial inclusion, mobile money, working for themselves from their bedrooms. This country has opportunities for all of its people, not some, but for all. So assist us to maintain this environment of peace, non-violent elections. You do your part. My appeal to all political parties, all of us, elections must be a competition to serve, not competition to lie, not a competition to exude hatred, but love. We replace hatred with love, compete to serve, we'll all be okay at the end of the day. So, I've said my bit. Once more, congratulations. You are joining a team that's already there for you. For you, you're already in there. So Savienje, plug in quickly. An intelligent young man. Plug in quickly. Bugiji bugiji. Wangu wangu. Wangu tachero. So, and we get on with the job. And thank you to the families. General Mukanda's family for supporting him, because he needs your support even more going forward. So, thank you to the Sinkala family for supporting this young colleague, Savienji. Let's continue doing that. And the rest of us, Commission Chair, these are your colleagues. Work as a team. Team Zambia. And we'll be okay. The country will be okay. Where I sit, where I stand, the country will be okay. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. This marks the end of the swearing-in ceremony. We shall close with the national anthem, and thereafter, Mr. President may have a photo session with the just sworn-in officials. May you be upstanding for the national anthem.
Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free, a land of work and joy in unity, victors in the struggle for the right. We've won freedom's fight. Oh, one, strong and free. Africa is our own motherland, fashioned with and blessed by God's good hands. Let us all our people join as one, brave, strong and free. One land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace needs Zambia's sky. Like our noble eagle in its flight, Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, free. Praise be to God. Praise be. Bless our great nation. Zambia. Free men we stand under the flag. Oh, praise to thee, oh one, strong and free.